I.S.U.P.K.
And let me tell you something, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, get his brother a hand, because what he's dropping is real heavy. The reason white people get away with everything they get away with is because you allow them to, because you are a traitor to your own family. You understand? The first thing that a white man is going to come to you with is this. Read that right there, read verse 4.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 10, verse 4. For said he, let us first make peace with him.
Let us first do what?
Make peace with him.
Why?
Before he joined with Alexander against us.
The thing they want to do is make peace with us before we join with their enemies against them. And then when we join with their enemy, what do?
Else he will remember all the evil.
No, forget slavery.
Remember all the evil.
Forget what you've done to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Remember all the evils that we have done against him.
What they want you to do is they want to make peace with you so you forget about the evil they've done against you.
Right.
That's why they come to you and say we all are created equal. We should all join hands together. We should all love each other. Why? So you can forget about how they raped and killed your ancestors.
Right.
So you can forget about what really happened for Thanksgiving and the slaughter of the Native American Indians.
Right.
So you can forget about the Trail of Tears. They want to make peace with you.
Right.
Well, the Lord said never seek their peace.
Right.
You know why? Because he don't want you to ever forget what they've done to you.
Right.
Keep reading.
And against his brethren and his people.
And when you forget your brother and your people.
Right.
We forgot the real meaning of Thanksgiving. So guess what? Now we eat and celebrate the death of our brothers because we seek their peace.
Right.
And now we hurt our own family.
Right.
Now we hurt our own brothers because we wanted to seek the love and the peace of the murderers that have killed us for centuries, man. Let me tell you something. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you got more debt to pay than anybody else on this earth. Because your king died for you, and in the midst of the Lamb of God's righteous blood, you still forgive your enemies.
Right.
You still forgive your murderers when you forgive the people that the Lord died to set you free from. You making his breath, you are stepping on his blood by going back to your vomit.
Right.
That's what you're doing. And the Lord sent us out here to warn you that you're in the double negative.
Right.
You are sinning against God and you are turning to the people that want you dead. We come out here to warn you, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We are all we got.
Right.
And the only thing that we got is our remembrance of what's been done to us.
Right.
And we got to hold on to that for our dear lives because that's what's going to set us free.
Right.
Remembering how we've been oppressed is going to free you from oppression. Remembering the crimes they've committed against us is going to free you to make you love your people.
Right.
It's going to now make it to where you have a right to love your people and nobody else.
Right.
Because you remember what the white man did to your brothers.
Right.
You remember what the Arabs and the East Indians done to your brothers. And you remember what the Africans have done to your brothers. So now they don't deserve your love. Now you are free to love the people that you have been in the hood with, you have been in the trenches with for centuries. You are free to love them. Why? Because now you understand their hurt. Because their hurt is your hurt. You remember everything that they teach you to remember and forget everything God tells you to remember. Well, what we got to remember now is the Lord's will. And his will that he wants done is that we hate our enemies. That we hate them like he hates them. We should hate them with a perfect hatred. That's what we should do. David was a man after God's own heart. And David said he hates who God hates. Well, guess what? If you want to be like David, you need to hate who God hates. And who does the Lord hate? He hates every other nation except you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know why he hates them? He hates them because of the crimes they committed against you. That's what a real father would do. If someone hurts my children, I'm going to hate them that hurt my children. And I expect my children to follow suit. Well, what do? You take the person that's done beat you up, ripped your pockets out, and been beating you up ever since preschool, and now you want to say, but no, Daddy, we're going to be friends. No, I love him. He shared his peanut butter and jelly sandwich with me. Yeah, the part of the sandwich he rubbed his rod in, the part of the sandwich he spit in, that's what he did, and he gave you that piece. And you know what he did when he gave you that piece? He laughed at you for eating it. And you took it as a trophy. He was like, look at this peanut butter and jelly sandwich Bobby gave me that he rubbed his rod in and spit in. I don't care, at least he fed me. That's what you feel. Because you are a slave, man. And don't ever be weak to love another nation more than you love your own. Don't ever be so soft to give your compassion to your enemies and not give them to your own brother. If you're going to say you don't love black people because they're your enemies, then that should go for white people too. You should hate them the same way. If you're going to say, I don't love him because he rock blue and I rock red, well, you should hate the oppressor because he killed your grandparents. You should love nobody then if that's the case. But you found a way to love, you found a way to take that hoe back that sleep with your brother. You found a way to take that woman back that destroyed your family and put you in jail and put you on child support. But you can't find a way to love another black man who the Lord said to love. The problem is you weak to do what's evil, and you weak to do what's right, and you strong to do what's evil. That's what the problem is. And we coming out here to put a spine in your back to tell you that it's time for you to stand up against this wicked oppressor, man. You don't have to be weak to this place. I know Thanksgiving is a strong demon. I know Big Mama can cook, but let me tell you something. When you eat Big Mama turkey and that stuff and that dressing and all that stuff, you are hurting your brother. You are hurting your brother because your Native American brother. And let me ask this question. Every black and Hispanic person always say, I got Indian in my blood. You know that. Everybody say, well, you know, I got Indian in my blood. My granny and my pawpaw, they was Indian. They Native American. They Cherokee and Chickasaw and Blackfoot. They all that until Thanksgiving come. Until Thanksgiving. When Thanksgiving come, now you ain't got no Indian in you. You just want turkey in you. You so weak that you can't stand up against a plate. That's why you so weak you can't stand up against crack. You can't stand up against weed. You can't stand up against cigarette, pork, crab, shrimp, or lobster. You can't stand up against what the Lord said that you shouldn't do, but you should stand with it. Let me tell you something. Any man that come back here and get in this school, you's a strong man. You a real strong black man because you can stand up against the earth. You stand up against everything that makes you feel good. You understand? You stand up against the drugs, the hoes, and everything. Because your king said to. That's a real soldier. That's what we would call in the street a real nigga. You understand? How many black men claim to be real niggas, but when it come time to do what they should do, they can't do it. You know why? Because this world has made you weak. It has made you weak, and you are broken. And we coming out here to fix you, man. And we got more than sweet words. We got solutions. And the number one thing is to never forget what they've done to you. Never forget the molestation that was put in your life because of them. Never forget the drugs that was put into your family because of them. Never forget what they've done to you the way you never forget the Alamo. The way you remember all of their holidays and their Christmases and their Valentine's Day and Thanksgiving, well, remember what they've done to you that hurt you. And anybody that hurts you, you get the hell away from them. That's what you do. You don't hang with your homeboys because they not loyal. Well, white people are not loyal either.
That's right.
Africans are not loyal.
That's right.
You understand? East Indians are not loyal.
That's right.
So why don't you love your own people, man?
Right.
And build loyalty with your own family, man. That's what a real nigga would do.
That's right.
Go ahead,
Hey, man, hey, give it up for Captain Yazazak, man. You understand? These are the priests and prophets of the Lord, man. Coming to tell you it's time to wake up, man. It's time to separate, and that you cannot drink from the same cup as God, or drink from the cup of devils and the cup of God, man. You can't follow two masters, man. You gotta follow one God, man. There's only one God that you're supposed to be following as a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, man. You understand? You gotta make a choice. You gotta choose life or death. You understand? You gotta choose blessing or curses.